Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. Today we're taking a look at Parisian nightlife. And not just the tourist traps everybody goes to, but really getting deep into it. We'll be going behind the velvet rope with GINO, a new writer on the Professionals platform.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And get this, he's also a character in the Tri-Universe's upcoming series, Uninvited.
Okay.
So talk about a double life.
It's interesting, right? Like blurring the lines between reality and fiction.
Exactly.
Because he actually is a real-life bartender.
Right.
At Pois, this super swanky jazz club in Pigalle.
Okay, cool.
And for the Professionals, he wrote his first article, which is all about the Parisian nightlife scene.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Yes.
And his article is not just like your typical list of hotspots. He's really like, I don't know, it's like he's capturing a feeling.
Yes.
An energy that's unique to Paris after dark.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's so interesting about it. It's that he's not just telling us where to go.
Right.
He's really giving us a taste of what it's actually like to be there. His descriptions are so vivid. You can practically hear the clinking glasses and feel the pulse of the music.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack some of his observations. So he talks about how Parisian nightclubs are pushing boundaries, and it's not just about the music.
Right. He's mentioning these really cool ephemeral art installations that pop up for like one night only.
Wow.
Almost like a secret society for those in the know.
I love that.
That sense of exclusivity and fleeting beauty.
Yeah.
That's something you wouldn't find in a typical club.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then there are the light shows, which he describes as hypnotic.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds like they're creating these immersive, multi-sensory experiences
Absolutely.
that go beyond just dancing.
Yeah.
It's like they're tapping into a deeper desire for escape and transformation.
Yes.
Imagine you're surrounded by these swirling colors and pulsating lights.
Yeah.
It's almost like stepping into another dimension.
Exactly.
Oh, and let's not forget about the themed parties.
Oh, yeah.
He mentions one that transports you to a futuristic Tokyo, and then another one that recreates the decadent atmosphere of 1920s Paris.
Wow.
So they're really pushing the boundaries of creativity and imagination.
Absolutely. They're like creating these mini universes within the clubs.
Right.
Offering a chance to escape the everyday and step into a completely different world, if only for a night.
I love that. And it's fascinating how these trends reflect a broader shift in entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, it's not enough to just go out and dance anymore.
Yeah.
People crave these unique, immersive experiences.
Yes.
That stimulate all the senses.
Right. And it's almost like a yearning for something more
Right.
than just passive entertainment.
Exactly.
They want to be active participants, to be fully immersed in the experience.
Totally. And speaking of pushing boundaries, GINO also takes this approach to cocktail making. He's like this master mixologist, creating these innovative concoctions that blend unexpected flavors.
Yes.
And have this incredible presentation.
And that's another trend we're seeing, right? This rise of like craft cocktails and the artistry behind them. It's no longer just about mixing a simple drink. It's about creating an experience, a story in a glass.
So he mentions a twist on the classic old-fashioned, but with a hint of chartreuse.
Okay.
Which is a herbal liqueur.
Okay.
Just imagine the complex flavors and aromas that it creates.
Yeah, that's cool. And then there's his signature cocktail with matcha-infused gin.
Oh, wow.
And yuzu liqueur.
Okay.
That combination of earthy matcha juniper-forward gin and the tartness of yuzu. It's so unexpected.
Yeah.
It really piques your curiosity.
It makes you wonder what other flavor combinations he's dreamt up. It seems like he's constantly experimenting, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in mixology.
Yeah, and it's not even just about the ingredients themselves. It's about the techniques he uses.
Yeah.
Like infusing gin with matcha, for example.
Right.
That requires a really delicate touch.
Oh, yeah.
To extract the right flavors without overpowering the spirit.
Yeah.
It's really a testament to his skill and creativity.
Totally. He really elevates mixology to like an art form.
Yeah.
And the presentation, you can tell he puts so much thought into that as well.
Oh, absolutely. He describes these garnishes that are like miniature works of art, using edible flowers and exotic fruits to create these visual masterpieces.
It's about that entire sensory experience from the first sip to the last lingering aroma.
Exactly. And speaking of experiences, GINO doesn't just limit himself to Le Pois.
Right.
He promises to be our guide to the hidden gems of Parisian nightlife.
Yeah.
Those secret bars and underground clubs that most tourists never even hear about.
It's like he's handing us the keys to the city,
Yeah.
unlocking this world of exclusive experiences.
Yeah.
He mentions these iconic districts like Le Marais Belleville and Saint-Germain-des-Prés, each with its own unique vibe and hidden treasures.
And that's really what makes his insights so valuable.
Yeah.
It's not just pointing us in the right direction. He's giving us a glimpse into the soul of each neighborhood, the energy that makes it special.
Yeah.
You know?
He seems to have this innate understanding of what makes a place truly cool.
Yeah.
It's not just about the latest trends. It's about the history, the culture, the people who make each spot unique.
Yeah, and it brings us back to his, dual identity.
Okay.
You know, the fact that he exists as both this real-life bartender and a fictional character in Uninvited. Do you think that influences his perspective on Parisian nightlife?
That's such an interesting question.
Yeah.
It's almost as if he's living this double life, experiencing the city from two different angles. On the one hand, he's immersed in the real world grit and glamour of the nightlife scene. On the other hand, he's exploring this fictional world of Parisian fashion, which is also known for its exclusivity and creativity.
Yeah, perhaps that duality gives him a really unique perspective.
Right.
A way of seeing things that others might miss. It's like he's able to bridge the gap between reality and fiction.
Yeah.
Using his storytelling abilities to bring the Parisian nightlife scene to life for us.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see how that translates into his fictional character in Uninvited.
Yeah.
Will we see glimpses of his real-life experiences in the show?
It's definitely possible, right?
Right.
And it would add another layer of intrigue to the series.
Yeah.
Knowing that the character is based on a real person
Yeah.
with such a deep connection to Parisian nightlife.
It would make the show more relatable.
Yeah.
Knowing that the character's grounded in these real-world experiences.
Yeah.
And it might even inspire viewers to explore the places and trends that GINO highlights in his article.
Right. It could spark this whole new wave of tourism.
Totally.
With people wanting to experience Parisian nightlife.
Yeah.
For themselves, following in GINO's footsteps.
Imagine using a fictional show as a guide to the real world.
Right.
It's fascinating.
It's really cool. And it speaks to the power of storytelling. How it can blur the lines between fiction and reality.
Right.
Inspiring us to explore new worlds and experiences.
Okay, so we've talked about GINO's insights into Parisian nightlife, from the cutting-edge trends to the hidden gems. But I'm also curious about his personal philosophy, like his approach to life.
Yeah, from what we've seen in his article, he seems to embrace a sense of adventure.
Yeah.
A willingness to step outside of the comfort zone and explore the unknown.
He doesn't shy away from bold flavors.
Right.
Or unconventional experiences.
Yeah.
It's like he's constantly seeking out the new and exciting,
the
things that will challenge his perceptions and expand his horizons.
And that's such a valuable lesson for all of us.
Totally.
To approach life with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to try new things.
Absolutely. Whether it's exploring a new city, experimenting with different flavors, or simply stepping outside of our daily routines, there's always something new to discover if we're open to it.
And that's what GINO's article ultimately inspires us to do. To embrace the adventure of life. To seek out those experiences that will make us feel truly alive.
And to do it with a touch of Parisian flair, of course. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
But I want to circle back to something that you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
About the ephemeral nature of some of these nightlife experiences.
Yes, the pop-up art installations, the one-night-only events, they all have this really fleeting quality.
It makes you wonder if part of their allure lies in their impermanence.
Right.
If they were always there, would they be as special?
That's a really profound question.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this Japanese concept of wabi-sabi,
Okay.
which is finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence. Perhaps these fleeting experiences are even more precious because we know they won't last forever.
It's like capturing lightning in a bottle.
Exactly.
And it makes you want to savor each moment, to fully immerse yourself in the experience while it lasts.
Yeah, it's a reminder that life itself is fleeting.
Right.
And that we should really cherish those moments that spark joy and wonder, no matter how brief they may be.
And sometimes those moments are found in the most unexpected places, like a hidden bar in a Parisian alleyway, or a perfectly crafted cocktail that explodes with flavor.
It's about Being opened to the possibilities.
Yeah.
To the serendipitous encounters that can transform an ordinary night into something extraordinary.
And with Gino as our guide, it seems like those possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to book a trip to Paris right now.
Me too. But even if we can't hop on a plane this very minute,
Right.
we can still tap into that Parisian spirit, that joie de vivre,
Totally.
that Gino so beautifully captures in his writing.
Absolutely. Whether it's trying a new cocktail recipe, seeking out a hidden gem in our own city, or simply embracing the beauty of the present moment, we can all find ways to infuse our lives with a touch of Parisian magic.
And that's what makes this deep dive so rewarding. It's not just about learning about Parisian nightlife. It's about discovering those universal truths about life adventure and the pursuit of beauty that resonate with us all.
Yeah, it's like he's given us this new lens through which to view not just Parisian nightlife, but life itself.
Right, and that's the mark of a truly great writer,
Yeah.
someone who can make you see the world in a new way. And I think Gino has done that for us today.
He has, and he's left us with a lot to think about. This intersection of reality and fiction, the search for unique experiences, the artistry of cocktail making,
Yeah.
the energy of Parisian nightlife, it's all connected.
It is, and it all circles back to Gino's own journey, right?
Yeah.
This dual existence as a bartender and fictional character.
Right.
It makes you wonder how much of his real-life experiences and observations will find their way into Uninvited.
I know. I can't wait to see it. I have a feeling that watching Uninvited will be like stepping into Gino's world, experiencing Paris through his eyes, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, and for those who want a more immediate taste of his world, his article on the Professionals platform is a must-read.
Yes.
You'll find all the details we've discussed, plus some hidden gems we didn't have time to uncover.
It's your passport to the Parisian nightlife scene,
Yes.
your guide to the coolest spots and the latest trends.
But here's a final thought to leave you with. As you explore Gino's world, ask yourself, how does knowing about his dual identity, his existence in both reality and fiction, change your perception of his insights? Does it make his observations more or less believable, more or less intriguing?
That's a great question to ponder. And perhaps the next time you find yourself sipping a meticulously crafted cocktail, imagine yourself at Le Pois, surrounded by the warm glow of the lights, the smooth sounds of jazz, and the electric energy of a Parisian night. Who knows, maybe Gino himself will be behind the bar ready to share his secrets and guide you on your own unforgettable adventure. Until next time, keep